Okay, so video today is about mainstream doctors. How I feel about mainstream doctors and my opinion about them. So I think mainstream doctors are bullies. But I guess you can't really blame them totally because everyone around me, people everywhere, are just so asleep, so ignorant toward health, veganism, like healthy lifestyle, working out, like everything like that, where it's kind of their own fault that they're in the situations that they're in, but when it comes down to it, I mean, doctors are pretty pushy. All they do is, push the drugs, pharmaceuticals, all that kind of stuff just to make money, push interventions just to make more money, and I don't know, maybe they truly believe deep down that they're helping, but they're really just doing a whole lot of damage to everything. So people out there, their whole life they've been eating the standard American diet, nasty, greasy, fatty, animal fatty food, and it definitely takes a toll on their body. They'll develop diabetes because of all the fat that's just sludged up in there, or cancer, or just heart disease where all the fat's in there so clogged in their arteries that they need to get like a bypass surgery. So then the doctors, instead of recommending a vegan diet, which will totally be free of cholesterol and clear out their arteries, all these plant foods will just clean them out, they will push for a bypass surgery, and then they'll have to take a leg or a vein out of their leg to put in their heart and stuff, which is pretty extreme. And you could have just cured that by eating watermelon for breakfast and a smoothie for lunch and a big salad or whatever you want for dinner, or eat cooked vegan food, have your rice, have your pastas, have your, steamed potatoes, your French fried potatoes, but not fried, like bake them in the oven. You could have anything you like to eat as a meat eater, you can make vegan and totally be cholesterol free, live your healthy lifestyle up into old age. You won't have to get crazy surgeries, but doctors won't tell you this, and they will push for the more interventions. The more interventions they do on your body, the more money they make. So it's definitely really morbid, especially when we get into all the childbirth aspects of it. So a woman finds out she's pregnant, immediately, oh shit, I better call the doctor. So they get into the doctor, do ultrasounds, all this stuff. I never had one ultrasound during my pregnancy, never saw a doctor. Still haven't seen a doctor. I avoid them like the plague, like literally. No vaccines either. So yeah, so pregnant woman goes through her whole pregnancy, and then because of the nasty diet she's eating, all these complications come up, and even during her pregnancy she'll have to take different medications, like, oh, this for morning sickness, oh, this for constipation, this for this. And then all of a sudden when it comes time for her to deliver her baby, run to the doctors, run to the hospital right when they're in labor as if something's wrong, when if you're walking out your house when you're in childbirth, you better be walking out to like give birth to like your baby in a birthing pool outside or the creek nearby, or like just walking around your front yard and go back in to have your baby. Like, I would not recommend leaving. I would not recommend going to the hospital for anything. Because even if you think you're delivering with a midwife in a hospital or like a birthing center, or that your doctor's really hands off or whatever, or you wrote a birth plan, you wrote down this really extensive 5-page birth plan and they're totally going to support it. No, that all goes out the window when it's actually time and you're in the bright lights and everything's going crazy and everyone's all dramatic, checking, to see how dilated you are. Everything goes out the window. You're on their watch. You're their responsibility, and they will do whatever they want. They will push whatever they want. They will say baby's in distress just so they can do a C-section and get home, or just so they can, forceps or, anything. So it's really not up to you unless you're at home and you trust your midwife at home. But still, man, I don't know, that's why I love unassisted birth. That's why I love free birth. You are in control of everything. You don't have to, you can eat whenever you want. You can lay down if you want. You can squat if you want. You can take a bath or a shower if you want. Just anything. Like, I could not go through that. I don't know how they do that. going through that. You can't drink water in the hospital. They don't want you drinking. They don't want you hydrated. Man, water, man, that was the best. But yeah, so doctors, they're going to push for the induction and the Pitocin and the epidural because they make more money doing that. And, it's faster on their terms, to just, give a C-section and cut the baby out. So definitely avoid doctors at all costs. And it sounds bad. Oh, well, what if I'm sick? I'm just going to die. I'm not going to go to the doctor. It's like, well, go if you have to go. If I get into a car accident and I break my arm and there's like literally a bone sticking out, I will go to the doctor to have them set it in place and go back home and heal. But I'm not saying just don't go when there's an emergency, but a sniffly nose or a cough or certain things like that aren't emergencies. If you eat a healthy diet, you will avoid everything else that would even come up, unless it's an accident. If you live a healthy vegan diet, vegan lifestyle, especially if it's like high fruit, if you're eating 50, 60, 70% of your calories from fruit, you are definitely going to avoid a lot of problems in life. You're not going to develop cancer. If you don't have any animal products in your diet and you eat a low-fat vegan diet, you're not going to develop cancer. You're not going to develop diabetes. You're not going to develop heart disease. You are not going to develop all these little things like fibromyalgia, like constipation, indigestion, just anything you can think of. You're going to avoid most of the causes of death. Watch this talk I'll post in the description below from Dr. Greger. He talks about all the causes of death now in America, like the leading causes, and it's pretty much they're all caused by eating animal products. So just avoid that and live a healthy lifestyle and avoid doctors, man, because doctors are bullies. Once you get in there, man, you go in there because you're it seems like everyone I know, they're kind of old, but they're really not that old. They're 60s, 70s, 80s. They'll go into the doctor saying they don't feel right, or maybe they had a mild kind of a stroke thing, and they'll go into the doctor still fully conscious. Doctors put them under or induce a coma, and they die a couple days later. I don't know how many people that's happened to in my life. It's happened to at least 5 different people within the last 5 to 8 years. So definitely avoid them. And it's just ridiculous. You go in there and someone is in a coma and they got the feeding tube hooked up, because they can't eat. And what's going through the feeding tube? Weird ass, liquid. They mix it up. It's to a liquid. It's whey protein and a bunch of different shit. It's really you need more animal products in your freaking system right now in a coma? I don't think so, man. And if you're really in deep trouble disease-wise, look into water fasting. Look into just 100% raw food diet, fruitarian diet. There's just so many testimonials of people healing, brain cancer, diabetes, all different kinds of diseases. It's just not necessary to go through, man. Don't trust doctors. Don't trust them. Mainstream doctors. If you got some holistic doctor that's definitely working for you, whatever you want, go ahead. But mainstream doctors, if you get diabetes when let's just throw out an age. You get diabetes when you're 30. It's type 2 diabetes. You find out you get it when you're 30. Start going to a doctor. All of a sudden you're 45, 50 years old and you still have diabetes. Your doctor's wrong. Your doctor's not working for you, because there's several people that are curing their diabetes with Dr. Neil Bernard's book, How to Reverse Diabetes, and other fruitarian diets. It's not the sugar, man. The sugar, every cell in your body runs on the sugar. It's not the sugar. It's all the fat you're eating, all the animal fat. So, yeah, I can't stress it enough. I avoid doctors. I don't go. I don't get sick because I'm vegan and I eat a lot of fruit, and I've actually been pretty much fruitarian for 3 weeks now, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. But I definitely eat a high fruit diet, 100% vegan, and man, I can't stress the diet enough. Check it out. Vegan, be kind to animals. You gotta do it. Be kind to animals, be kind to yourself, because you're eating them, they're killing you. You're killing them, but they're killing you too. So get healthy. Get on the high carb, get on the vegan, eat the fruit, man. Fruit is just so non-violent. You walk up to a tree and you pick an apple off it, man. That's just like peace. That's it. That's how we're designed to eat in the Garden of Eden, man. That's how we're supposed to be. So you get all complicated and start eating animals, saying, oh, well, we survived so many thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years on eating animals. It's like, yeah, because we had to survive. But in order to thrive, humans are designed to be frugivores. We're designed to eat fruit. So, man, and fruit's so delicious. I can't even get off YouTube right now. Go to your grocery store and freaking go buy some fruit. North America, navel oranges are in season. Man, go get some dates. Bananas are always freaking good. Go make a smoothie. Go get off YouTube right now and you go buy some fruit and eat it. It's amazing. Okay, well, thanks for watching this, and avoid those doctors and eat your freaking fruit.